Hey, welcome to a special edition of this week's Cyber Talk with Chris and Bob. This week, Chris and I are on the road.
Yeah.
And get to see him face to face for a change. And we're actually going to pre-record this one because we're going into a conference today. And figured we'd give you a little recap of yesterday and really talk about what happened.
Yeah. So we're here with 200 cybersecurity experts?
200 plus, yeah.
Yeah, 200 plus. So CISOs, CEOs, owners of businesses. And yesterday we get to see Chris Krebs, the former director of CISO.
Yeah, it was that was an incredible presentation.
Yeah.
It was a real good tape, just a fireside chat, really. And Chris unpacked a whole lot of things that have been going on. And one of my big takeaways is that he made a comment that we are the front line of cyber defense.
Yeah. Yeah, he made a real big point. Some of our takeaways were he said that every small medium enterprise needs a managed service provider to help them navigate these waters, to keep them secure. And we take that seriously. We actually are more than just an MSP. We try to extend more into like a security service provider. And what was one of the other ones?
Well, the other thing that Chris talked about is there's so many of the enterprises, the larger businesses out there that really are needing our services now because they are trying to streamline operations and get the best bang for the buck. And there's no reason for those companies to build operation centers anymore.
Yeah, one of the things with that too is I think the big takeaway from that point was they don't have the expertise internally either. So leveraging service providers and leveraging people outside can really help accelerate their adoption and help increase their security program and keep them a lot safer.
Another piece that Chris talked about was the fact that government agencies have had their own cloud proliferation of every agency has been acting on its own, kind of like a lot of these smaller businesses where they're setting up cloud services, but they're not doing it right.
Yeah, which is scary. They talked also about how back in 2020, one of the ways that they got tricked or some of the stuff happened, especially in the government, was the threat actors created so much noise that CISA was monitoring stuff, FBI was monitoring stuff, but they didn't know what to look for, and it was almost like a misdirection. They were just creating a lot of noise. Meanwhile, they actually stuck into government agencies.
Yeah,
and we're taking over government agencies. So it was a really good talk. He also, I guess the final point was we just talked about is you're going to get hit at some point. Everybody will. Every company in the world, whether most of the time it's probably going to be a business email compromise, but there are other things like ransomware
and the big thing here is really have a response plan.
Yeah.
What's going to happen if your email gets compromised, if someone gets into your computer. But a lot of times the business email compromise, it's not somebody getting into your computer anymore. It's getting into your cloud services that aren't properly managed and protected. And the other big takeaway from yesterday, I know you posted something on Facebook about it.
Yeah.
Was a way that music was hacked, was crashing hard drives.
Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson.
Rhythm. Yeah. So playing the music through the PC speakers was enough to crash a hard drive. It had to be a special version, a special hard drive from like probably 15 years ago, but it's still out there. It's out there. So this is another attack vector that the bad guys might start looking at. What can we play to crash stuff?
Or just in general, what if it's not a threat actor? What if it's an internal person just playing music on their iPhone or on their Android, and suddenly you just crash a production machine? So things like it's a weird one. We don't really see vulnerabilities like that exist very often because usually they're pretty well shielded. But it's kind of a funny one.
But if you play it backwards, does it fix the problem?
No, it's probably at least data corruption. So
well, I'm going to leave it as a short video today because we got to get into the conference, and we'll see everybody next week.
Yeah. If you have any questions, drop it down below. Comment. Ask us if you want us to cover anything else with what Chris Krebs talked about. We're more than willing to do that. We can have that conversation.
Watch our individual Facebook feeds for some clips and comments from Chris, because I think we've got some good sound bites to share there.
Yeah, we'll do a debrief too, probably on each side. So awesome. Have a good week, guys.